Hi everyone, we are here in the magical Amazon jungle in Evolution Eco Village with Graeme, the founder of Evolution. So can you say a few words about yourself?
Give us it. I'm Graeme, the founder of Evolution. I'm from England.
Okay, very good. So why did you decide to create this community?
Okay, that's a good question. I wanted to create a place where will be a good place for people to grow and evolve and conducive to the evolution of consciousness. So if we bring a lot of people together with the same sort of ideals as the basis and people that want to improve and work on themselves, then we can work together to achieve that. I think it helps. We're going to have a bigger group of people and we'll all be interacting, and it creates a lot of challenges and opportunities to grow and mature. That was one of the main interests for me, rather than just living on my own somewhere or focusing on that kind of spiritual path of being a yogi. I wanted to live in an environment that was more like we're going to raise children and have a group of people working together towards something in a setting like this, grow all our own food, work on the health aspects and be in an environment that helps with that, with the nature and all the things that can aid in the development of the consciousness, along with all the body, healing the body helps, and all the different levels from that up.
Nice. Do you think is it already happening? People can evolve here and work on themselves?
Yes, definitely. I can speak from my own experience. Like, we've been going for about a year and a half now, and I've definitely evolved a lot in my consciousness, faced many challenges. It's been very good for me, and I've seen other people grow up here as well. Forrest has joined us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been good. Now we have one child here who's 10, and I've really enjoyed the experience, and I'm looking forward to when we have dozens of children. That's going to create a whole new element of growth. And I hope to have my own children at some point. Co-create.
That's definitely a different experience in a community when there are children.
Yes, it's changed things.
It changes a lot.
Yeah, more challenges, more... It's more fun. It's been good.
And a lot of joy,
yes,
right? Not just challenges.
Exactly.
All right. So what are the core values of Evolution Eco Village?
Okay, core values. Well, we set like a baseline of ethical veganism. So that's one of the core values. That unites the people with a common outlook. So I would say the two main ones for they're going to draw people here are the ethical veganism and the evolution of the consciousness. So it's kind of that spirituality idea of it's possible to become more, to grow, to develop aspects of your personality and your consciousness, and it's an ongoing process that can be worked on and improved. So that is probably going to be common, and the ethical aspect of how we interact with the other creatures on the planet. Ethical veganism and self-sustainability as well, like coming to the point where we're growing all our own food and being less dependent on the system, so being off-grid and being just living more in a more natural way is conducive for healing and health.
Yeah, the ethical veganism is quite clear for me, like
yes.
People are either ethical vegans or not, but what is this evolution of consciousness? What do you mean by that?
So I don't believe, I try not to believe in anything, but my model of reality is that we have successive lifetimes, and over successive lifetimes the consciousness is the thing that maintains continuity. So we change bodies, but are in a process like a school, a learning platform. Like we're here to evolve and grow up, and it's our like becoming more mature, developing on all these different levels, able to take on more responsibility. Like now I feel I'm at the level where I'm dealing with a lot more responsibility than I have in this lifetime in the past, having to run a community, and that's created more opportunities for growth through the challenges that that's brought. And I'm also for the first time in my life feeling ready for the responsibility of having children as well, so that takes a level of maturity that it's a process, and I see myself living successive future lifetimes where I'll continue to grow. And it's I like the work of Thomas Campbell, and it's my big toe theory. I would say that's my model of reality, and he is about letting go of fear, ego and beliefs, and moving to more and more love-based being, like making your choices based on love rather than fear. And also as you evolve, you have a bigger decision space, so you're more aware, raising the levels of awareness, so you have more choices and options available to you, and then you're making those choices based on love, like caring, thinking about others rather than focused on the self and the ego and self-protection. And that naturally leads to forming a community, actually, because it's about others. It's about working to others, creating a space for others, helping people heal and evolve. So my focus is outwards to others, whereas in the past it was more self-centered and focused on myself. So that's like a evolutionary process.
Wow, nice answer. Thank you. Okay, so my last question would be, how do you envision the future of evolution?
Well, actually, another core value is so the ethical veganism, the evolution of consciousness, and also freedom. So I feel that people have free will and choices, and we want to give people the freedom to make whatever choices they want to their body, like they're experimenting, they're learning what works best for them. And here I'd like to provide a place of freedom where they can do that experimentation, as long as it's not causing suffering to others. Like we're taking into consideration the other people. Like if you wanted to, for diet's a big topic in a lot of these communities. So I think here you can experiment, you can eat fried food if you want, and then learn from the feedback. I think it's best if people learn from the feedback of their own bodies, rather than like we say, okay, we're not going to allow people to put fried food into their bodies here, or cooked food, or all these choices that people can make.
Within the range of ethical veganism.
Within the range of not causing suffering to others. So if you're going to kill and eat an animal, that's causing suffering to that animal, taking their life, taking their freedom. So as long as it's kind of you're making the choices of what you do to your own body. Yes.
And then you see the consequences.
And then you can learn from your own feedback. Over this lifetime and maybe successive lifetimes until
you have time.
Truly.
To
We've
learn.
got time.
But that's the best way to learn, through our own experiences.
I think so.
Nice. So how do you see the future? The future of evolution?
Well, right now we've got just we're gonna have 10 of us here, and maybe another 5 coming very soon. And I see it growing on this land, I see us being able to cope with around 100 to 150 people. Like you can look up the Dunbar limit, which is supposed to be around 150 people, where social interactions and the ability to have to cope with that number of people it seemed a reasonable number to focus on. So that's why I was planning the facilities. Like we need a huge kitchen, huge community area to be able to cope with that number of people. So I'd like to see the number of people grow in the community, and then have a significant number of children, like and then have a homeschooling system, well, community schooling system, and all the facilities for learning, and also for all the adults as well. We want to have like we've got some things now, like we've got gym facilities like weights and calisthenics, and we've got tennis table, basketball hoop. We're looking at expanding those sort of facilities, and also pottery, making our own clothes. We've got woodworking facilities, we want metalworking. Creating tools and facilities that will allow more expression of creativity, and there'll be lots of things and activities to keep people occupied. Lots of choices of things to do. Like right now, we love dancing and singing, and Forrest has been painting today. And music, we create our own music. We can even make our own musical instruments and things. I like the idea of us producing all our own stuff, making musical instruments, making clothes, forging things. I'd like to forge a sword, and I know Forrest enjoys sword fighting a lot. We can play a lot with these things.
Life will be very different when there will be 100 people compared to now.
Lots more opportunities, lots more challenges and interactions. And also that we move towards producing our own food, growing our own food, because then you can trust that it's been grown fully organically, and you know what all the process is behind it, and that can affect the food you eat can affect your consciousness and the environment, making it as natural as possible, not using chemicals, of course, all these sort of choices we're making, considering others and considering the nature and the planet. So these are choices that we can be making more based on love rather than fear.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Graeme, for answering the questions. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are interested in joining our community here in Ecuador, send us a message and we can give you some more infos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.